Greetings and welcome to your Mindfulness Mastery podcast. I am your host and trusted guide, Tawnya Love. I am an intuitive, shamanic, angelic wayshower, healer, light worker, and author. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share this podcast. To schedule any one-on-one sessions or group healing events, you can visit and book your sessions on my divinely inspired website at mindfulnessmastery888.com. Thank you so much for your presence and for your support. Now sit back, relax, and open yourself to receive. Welcome back to Mindfulness Mastery 888, the real, raw, and truthful. I am host Tawnya Love, and I am with my soul sister and co-host Cindy Campbell.
Hello, everyone.
So Cindy and I, we were talking in the last couple of podcasts about the Angelic Auric Clearings, and whether you believe in angels or not, you could just call it an auric clearing, shamanic healing, whatever words feel safe to you, because truly to us it doesn't matter. But we were talking about that last couple podcasts, and then Cindy and I were drawn to do an auric clearing to assist her with one today, and I got the guidance to offer the opportunity to do a somatic breathwork, it was like an hour plus session of breathing. Cindy hasn't done that before. I have been kind of encouraging her to get a little familiar with it by doing 5 minutes here and there or whatever. And so we were guided to do that, and we just came out of it. And so if we seem a little, that's why. But I feel like it's such a beautiful experience, and I wanted to capture this real, raw, and truthfully right out of the experience. And so we both went to the bathroom, we got some water, ate a few almonds, and we're ready to kind of get into it. So do you want to share anything about like what you went in with, your expectations, or what you wanted from it? We'll kind of start with that.
Yeah. So I was wanting to release like the ego chatter in my brain and really the suffering that like I was really torturing myself with the chatter and negative self-talk. And
you're seeing that now that you were doing that to yourself.
Yes.
No one was doing it to you.
Yes. Yeah.
So suffering is optional. So important to see it though, right?
Yes.
Like, oh, fuck.
Yes.
I don't have to suffer, but why am I choosing this? That's beautiful. Cha-ching.
Cha-ching. Yes.
And right when I said that, it was 222 on the timer. Just nice. FYI.
So that was the gist of it.
Yeah.
And whatever else was ready to be.
Yeah.
Released any other bullshit.
Yes. So what would you describe to listeners that have never done a full, like that was what we call a full immersion.
Yeah.
It's like hour plus of deep breathing. There was a couple points where we take our pillow and we scream into the pillow and just have this like primal release. I've done this a few times. Like I've done somatic breath work, like little mini ones a lot, but like the full hour plus ones, I've done a few different times very intentionally.
Yeah.
And each time I've cried and I've just been like, holy shit, like where did that come from?
Yes.
Because we don't sometimes realize how much stuff we're just coping with and we're dealing with, and just get through it, keep going, keep chugging along. And it starts building energetically. And I feel like that's one thing for me personally that I love about doing this every now and then, when I'm feeling the call to do it. And because it was like a year ago, kind of anniversary of a year ago of releasing that partnership, that was not healthy. And I did not deserve that. But I did look at it like, why did I attract this to myself? What inside of myself? And I was telling Cindy my dreams today that I had journaled back then. I keep a journal of my dreams. And man, was my higher self warning me and giving me caution. And it's something where, I show her, as much as we get the guidance, are we always following it? And sometimes it's nothing to be negative with ourselves, but sometimes we really want to either we really want to believe in someone or someone's really manipulative and convincing us to believe them, and that we're just, and we've all had dreams where maybe it is just a scary dream and it's unprocessed stuff from past, and we don't want to ruin something beautiful. And that's something for me. I feel like I've given things chances sometimes from the place of I have faith in their potential of what they can be. But what I got from that last year was I'm really observing what people are being. I'm not falling in love with potential anymore. Doesn't mean I can't see there is potential, because that's part of what I think earth angels and empaths we have. That's our gift, is we see the beauty and the potential. But what gets us in trouble, and what used to get me in trouble, is we put the angel rose glasses on and like just love their potential and not see how awful they're being.
Yes.
And so I think that was a huge like a growth for me of boundaries of we're done with this. We aren't going to keep falling in love with potential. And if someone keeps doing repetitive behavior that is damaging to us, we have to step in for ourselves. We have to choose to love us. We have to choose ourselves.
Yes.
Not them.
Yeah.
And that was a hard thing, because it was like part of me feeling like I wanted to pull him out of his own hell. But in doing so, I felt pulled into his hell. And so I had to free myself and ascend. And he will choose what he chooses on his journey. But he showed me clearly he was not the partner for me and healthy. So today, some of that stuff was coming up like in dreams. It's the last few days I've been having dreams. And I told Cindy, I know what's happening, because I tell people healing's cyclical. It's like, it's a spiral. It's not this straight line, and we don't just get her done all the time. We get a layer done that we're able to handle. And then we might come and meet those parts of ourselves even more deeply again and again. And you'll know when it's completely healed, because there will be no emotional charge anymore. It's just like, oh yeah, that thing happened, or my mom pointed a gun in my face. So crazy, right? Like, and I know that sounds wild, but like, I can literally tell like more people experiences I've made it through now. Like, it's a story that I'm detached from because I've healed it. Whereas there was a time, if I even mentioned certain things about my mom or like my life, I would just start bawling because I hadn't processed it and released it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So when we were in the breathwork part of the exercise, one thing I wanted to describe is when you're doing the long version, I definitely noticed in myself as it was probably like the half-hour mark or so where we did our first primal scream part. And then a little later, my hands are just like tingling. And it's like this very out-of-body experience where you're aware of your body, you're aware that it's energy. And it's like your consciousness observing that body of energy is the experience I felt of it. And it was interesting, something I wanted to mention too, and Cindy can share what they processed, but like we're laying here and we're doing this breathing. My dogs are in the room just laying on their dog bed. And when we both scream into the pillow and we're releasing energy, and it was, not too loud, but it's energy. So anyone in this auric field of ours is probably feeling the energy. And as soon as we did that, we're screaming and there's tears flowing. And my dog Honey Girl jumps up on the bed and rushes over to check on me, is nuzzling me with her head. Then she's nuzzling Cindy with her head. And we're very much in this experience, but then we're also like, it's okay, baby. And we're like connecting with her. But she was very much like coming to offer support. I could feel it so strongly. Like, I'm with you, girls. I'm with you. You're good. You're okay. And Honey Girl is a dog that has gone through trauma. And a part of me felt like what I intended when it was happening was we share this healing with Honey Girl too. Like, because maybe as a dog, she won't do it the same way, but she can be in this bubble of healing with us. And she was in it with us. Aww. What did you feel from that?
That's what it felt like. She was like coming up to check on us. And and then that was my intention. I was like, because I know she's got some trauma. So I was like, let's
share that with them.
Get in the bubble.
Come get in the bubble, girls. And then the next thing, Dixie jumps up on the bed and she comes and sits, and Dixie kind of was more like kissing our hand, and then she's looking at me, and then she sat and was just watching the door, which I don't know if you know a lot about dogs and their body language. She was very much in protector energy. And she was sitting there like, I know you guys are moving through something. It seems vulnerable. I got you. Like I'm on watch. And it was very beautiful. And I was just like, gosh, I just love you girls. Like,
I know.
the sweetest little angels, you know?
It was so sweet.
Yeah. I thought that was I really wanted to
Yeah.
mention that because it was very touching and like, wow, my dogs are totally getting involved in this, you know?
Yeah.
So that was beautiful. How about you? Anything else you want to share about?
So this, like you had said before, this is the first time I've done a long session.
That one's long.
That was long.
It's a workout.
Yes,
like
it
emotionally
is.
And physically.
Yeah. And I wasn't, because I was like, okay, I can make it through it, but I'm like, we'll, and I've done maybe up to like 20 or 25 minutes, but usually
that's why I told you, just let your mind know I can do this.
I can do this. Yeah.
And if you need to take a little rest for a breath and catch your breath and then get back into it, but get your mindset right.
Yes.
Because you don't want to get your mindset thinking, oh God, I can't do it. Then you're just going to cause struggle.
Yes. And usually like when I'd done the shorter ones, like, and I tried this like maybe a year ago or something, I would get really agitated while doing it. Like super agitated.
Like you hadn't really gone long enough.
Yes.
Like you got to the edge.
And I got to the edge and then stopped. Yeah.
That's great awareness.
Yeah. So this was like amazing. And
how are you feeling right now?
Euphoric.
Yes. Definitely euphoric.
I was like, this is better than like drugs.
Yes. It's funny because I've literally shared this with a couple of people that said something similar, like, holy shit, it's almost like you did mushrooms or something, but better. And I feel, because there's really no substance, it's our own breath, our own oxygen, and then our own intention to release and shed heaviness that we've been carrying around.
Yeah.
And man, when you really commit to that path, euphoric is a great word for it.
Yes. I did not realize that I was going to be releasing that much stuff.
Yeah.
Because even before we got to the screaming part, like all of a sudden I was like, oh, I feel it come. Like I feel stuff coming up.
Building.
Yes.
Like, were you feeling emotional already?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was feeling your emotion, by the way.
I figured you could.
There's a couple times when I reached over, I felt, guided to reach over and put my hand on her hand and just let her know, like, we're with you.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful. And then like, as we got to the deeper parts, we're like holding hands. Yeah. And I was just like, wow, this is really my soul sister. It's like
super,
like we are really soul sisters. Like when they talk about soulmates, and this is where the fear, you got to shed that fear. Cause like that connection of who you will go that deep with is really beautiful.
Yes.
And feel supported.
Yes. So thank you for that.
That's something I definitely was aware of.
Yeah. It was like, and I wasn't sure what I was physically going to be feeling. Like,
were you feeling the tingles in your fingers?
Oh my gosh, all the way down my
almost whole... like you don't feel solid.
Yeah, well, and I almost feel like kind of frozen.
Yeah,
but like in a good way.
Kind of almost like when you get an auric clearing and put you in that. Well, you're there holding your place point, and then your spirit's ascended to a higher dimension for healing.
Yeah.
And where you say you feel like you can't move.
Yes.
But you know you're safe.
Yeah.
It's similar.
Yeah.
It's very similar.
Yes. And it was just like, okay, I'm just kind of observing, and it was good. It was, and it got even better. Like the longer we were in the process, I was like, holy shit, especially towards the end, like when you finally do like the second scream and then it was just like, holy
like
shit.
Freedom.
Yeah. Yes.
Like you don't realize how much you've been holding inside of yourself.
Yes.
So you let that out.
Yes.
Well, and one thing I thought was beautiful, like when I first discovered this, it was before I ended up being my higher self guiding me to release that relationship. And I remember doing the practice, and he was going to be getting home from work. And I was like, I cannot deal with him right now, because I felt very vulnerable and raw. Like right when you come out, you're just like a new baby that just rebirthed yourself. Yeah. And I remember getting a couple things, my water, and I just booked it to the park nearby down at where the forest is. And I was like, I'm just going to lay under these trees. And I just laid under those trees until it got dark, just staring at the sky, but just processing. Yeah. Which in a way we're we're still doing that, but I feel like Cindy was game for us to come and talk about this because a lot of times I would encourage, like, if people do this practice, that they can give themselves time after to just be still with themselves, or if they do it with their partner or best friend or whatever.
Yeah.
But to have time to process, because it's really an important time that you give yourself. But I remember going to the park and just, I feel like it was incredibly telling now that I look back, that the first thing, as I have this amazing euphoric experience, that's telling you to let go of the bullshit and let go of energies or people or anything that's toxic, anything that you know is not good for you.
Yeah.
And then as I come out of it, the first thought I have is, I cannot be around him. I have to get out of here and go and be with myself, because I knew how vulnerable.
Yeah.
But it was so telling that I knew, like, this person is not good for me. And
Yeah.
it's not that that person can't be a good person if they heal, but because they were refusing to have self-responsibility and self-ownership, it was impossible for a soul like mine to remain with them.
Yeah.
Because I've done too much work to tolerate certain things.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So I remember going and processing that. And then today, just it's like an interesting thing, because that happened. And then not long after, I released that relationship. And that's something that I was saying in my, which I'm not sure what order we'll give this. So if you guys haven't gotten it yet, it's coming, but we're going to be releasing a somatic breathwork exercise that I created. And then I have a little intro where I describe it and, like, what the benefits are and everything. And it's interesting because one thing that I caution is to be mindful that there might be things come up that it's time to release, and don't be afraid. Like, have courage and take that leap of faith, whether it's you release a job, or it's time for you to move, or a relationship isn't good for you, or a way of being isn't good for you, or you might have to start setting healthy boundaries. So this is like kind of the initiation and the rebirthing through the exercise, just like an auric clearing.
Yeah.
But then you have to do the work. You have to be willing to look at your life and see, like, when we do auric clearings together, Cindy will get messages on things for her to be mindful of. And all my clients get those messages, but it's up to them. Are they going to pay attention? Are they going to do the work?
Right.
Because otherwise it's just kind of a magical experience. Like, well, that felt good for a little while. I felt very connected. Anyways, back to superficial bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's really the level we want to take it.
And I'll be honest, I have done that.
I think a lot of humans have. It's kind of like getting a massage is relaxing and can release pain in your body. But and you could just go back and then just pound it to death again, and then you get another one.
Yeah.
But I feel with auric clearings, it's like a deeper kind of soul invitation to see yourself and to align with your higher self. And there's a beautiful feeling in that. But then if you don't take that you don't accept that initiation to walk through with courage, and you make excuses because your ego will start chirping really quick.
Yeah.
Then you just kind of create more problem. And that is a way. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just, I see it as such a beautiful thing to be aware of, like, that we can really take it, like, really beautiful places.
Yeah.
If we have courage. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
There was something else I wanted to mention on it. And so there was a part where it's like a guided thing, and you're supposed to, at the end, kind of visualize, like, what your true self, some part of you remember, and what its intentions were, what its mission was, whatever. And when I was listening and tuning in on that part, what came to me is, like, I actually saw you and I on a stage, like, we're standing on stage and we're inspiring the masses. And what's interesting is I feel like my deepest passion, my purpose and my passion is to inspire and to lead and support others into their stepping into their fullness, into their higher self, their highest reality, their most beautiful life. And so, with the podcast, with the healing work, all of it, when I've taught fitness for many years, I've taught yoga and meditation, all of it is like helping guide souls back to themselves And I was like looking at it like the intention of, wouldn't it be awesome if we could inspire like billions of humans
Oh my gosh, yeah.
to come back home to themselves and come back to source and choose to step in and live their highest reality and really honor their mission of their highest timeline, their highest, most optimal self. And man, I mean, I don't know that money will always be important on this planet, but at the time it is. And so creating billions and billions of dollars coming in that support that mission and helping those multiple billions of humans is really what I feel like my soul gets lit up about.
Yeah.
And just like that inspiration. And I remember as a child, like me and my brother pretending we had a radio show, and we would like record these ridiculous radio shows. They were so funny. And we used to joke and say our dream job was working for Saturday Night Live and just making people laugh. And it's kind of interesting because like here we are, we got a podcast.
Yeah.
We laugh on it a lot.
Yes.
And hopefully some people are enjoying that and they're laughing along.
Yes.
But you know, it's like telling that when we're children, we really do know what we're up to and we play at it. We pretend. And so it's kind of like coming back to those pieces ourselves. Like, what were you pretending when you were little?
Yeah.
Like, were you a business owner? Were you an artist? Were you a teacher? I was all those things, by the way. And I've been all those things as an adult.
Yeah.
So it's like all the things your soul, when you were really little, really did know what it was up to and what it loved.
Yes.
And now it's kind of like going back to those pieces instead of listening to like what maybe your teachers or the adults or peers around you, the peer pressure of what success is.
Yes.
And really coming back to your truth of what lights you up.
Yeah.
Because that's true success.
Yes.
You know, because you've hit those marks and climbed those ladders and gotten money and gotten status and gotten the titles and felt miserable because it wasn't what you really had a passion to be giving the world.
Yeah.
Do you kind of see that?
Yes.
You're totally shape-shifting right now. Yeah. I'm looking at you, by the way. I'm like, ooh.
Oh, hi.
Yeah. So how do you feel about that? Like when you were tuning in, did you get any awareness of like thoughts you used to have or a vision of where you know you want to be if you weren't fearful?
Vaguely remember doing that exercise until you just said that. And I do remember it was you and me doing something. I don't remember what, but I'm sure it was related to the podcast and the healing. Yeah. And just helping.
Oh, we're inspiring the world, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
But yeah.
And having fun while we do it.
Yes.
Yes.
And helping other people heal. Like,
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
You don't have to be miserable.
No. It's like the saying was, pain is something that we all experience, but suffering is optional.
Yeah.
And it's so true because we're all going to have things in life that might touch us in ways that we feel pain.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the part we have to be with. And the somatic breathwork is really powerful in like helping you release that pressure.
Yeah.
So you're not holding in that betrayal, that abandonment, that rejection, whatever, where you're internalizing it.
Yes.
But you find a way to let it out.
Yeah.
And then there's no need to suffer.
Yeah.
But until we get it, man, can we cause some suffering for ourselves, right?
Yes. Yes, we can.
I'm going to pause here because I want to do one more of these on this topic because I have a little bit more that I feel wants to come through.
Yep.
Do you want to say anything else before I stop it here at the like 24-minute mark?
Nope, but we can go on and we'll chat more in the next session.
Okay. So join us again. I will be uploading another session connected to this little segment. Thank you all for tuning in. Come back and see us. You hear? Thank you, everyone, for tuning in today to our most recent podcast of Mindfulness Mastery 888, The Real, Raw, and Truthful. For those who would like to book any one-on-one sessions, you can contact me at mindfulnessmastery888.com. A gentle warning on working in higher realms of consciousness. As you are listening to our podcast, you may feel or experience tingles, dizziness, or tiredness. This is your body giving you guidance that it needs to relax. It's not a bad thing, but we do encourage you to honor your body and get yourself in a position where you can relax and receive these codes of consciousness. I thank you for taking a moment to subscribe, like, share, and follow, and come back and check out our newest content. Have a blessed and peaceful day.